Welcome back to Dock Talk. Hunter Crone, Frank Baker with the Lakefront Group. Today, we're going to talk about the most beautiful lakes in Texas. Frank, what's the lake topping this list?
The one at the top of my list, and I think most people, is Canyon Lake. It is the first of the Guadalupe lakes. It's above New Braunfels in Canyon Lake, but the waters are Caribbean looking. They're just emerald green. I get phone calls all the time asking me which is my favorite lake, and I love all of them. Canyon Lake's clarity is probably the prettiest of all of them. Whether you like having a boathouse or not, part of the beauty of Canyon Lake is that you cannot build a boathouse, which makes it a beautiful lake. The fact that you can look around and see the limestone and see the gorge, the beaches. Canyon Lake is just one of my favorite lakes. It's just a beautiful place. I lived in Canyon Lake for 15 years. I raised my kids there on that lake. We loved it. We enjoyed it as much as we could, and it's one of my favorite lakes. It tops the list.
I have a friend that actually moved down here because he got on Google Earth and saw the Caribbean-like blue waters of Canyon Lake and literally moved down to this area for that Caribbean-like blue waters.
It's gorgeous. I think it's the limestone bottom that just keeps the clarity there.
Yeah.
And of course it feeds these other lakes down the Guadalupe Lake chain, but that one tops the list for me.
Absolutely. Number 2 on the list, I'd have to say, is Lake Austin.
Tell me about Lake Austin.
River-style lake, over 20 miles, which is a lot longer than the river-style lakes that we're sitting on right now. Yeah. Almost as clear as Canyon Lake, especially up towards the Lake Travis Dam. But the cliff sides, the 360 bridge, that's iconic. I mean, everybody loves to take pictures with that. And then obviously you have restaurants on there to go to.
Float up restaurants are awesome.
Parks, golf course, the works. So let me see what's next on our list. We have Lake Dunlap.
Lake Dunlap? I'm familiar with that lake.
We're at the Lake Dunlap Dam. So tell us about Lake Dunlap.
Hunter and I actually live on Lake Dunlap, and it's second on my list as far as the favorite lakes, but you can have a boathouse on Lake Dunlap, and that's why I'm here. As you can see, this is the dam for Lake Dunlap's being reconstructed. It'll be finished in about a month, and we should have a lake in about 2 months. So excited about getting on that water again, getting the boat wet.
Yeah, one of the things that really kind of topped our list for these lakes is the water clarity. And one of the things that I love about Dunlap is the water clarity and the temperature. You know, these 100-degree days, you want cool water. Well, above Dunlap, the Guadalupe and the Comal River come together. The Comal River is 72 degrees year-round, and so you get that cool, clear water feeding into Dunlap. So the upper part of Dunlap is the clearest water of any of the lower lakes. I have a place up on Misty Acres, and you can see down about 8 to 10 foot. So you can see your feet when you're swimming.
Oh, wow.
So what's next on the list?
McKelvey. It's one of the bigger, most popular lakes in Central Texas. Yeah. And where real estate values are up there.
Lake Austin will definitely top it as probably the most expensive lake in Texas. But, you know, Lake LBJ, really cool. You kind of got that different vibes. You know, Horseshoe Bay is kind of the social hotspot with the Horseshoe Bay Yacht Club. You go up to Kingsland, you get more of the country feel, the bigger lots, some natural shorelines, some big ranches that haven't been developed.
Kingsland, Granite Shoals, all the...
Granite Shoals lives up to its name. You see these huge, massive pieces of granite that go straight into the lake. So it's really neat, and it's a constant level lake as well. So beautiful. What's next on our list? Lake Travis.
Now, Lake Travis is not a constant level lake, is that correct?
Correct.
But it is a gorgeous lake. The limestone surround the cliffs. It's a beautiful.
I would say Lake Travis and Canyon Lake, as far as Texas lakes, are probably the most similar to each other.
Okay.
Real pretty water, not as Caribbean blue-like as Canyon Lake, but those cliff sides, and they do allow boathouses there. So a lot of people they really want a boathouse in their backyard, will choose Travis over, say, a Canyon Lake. You can jump off cliffs. You could still get to some natural shorelines, like you go up the Pedernales River.
Right.
Some of the best water skiing and wakeboarding in Texas.
As far as values go, more reasonable than LBJ, and of course, more reasonable than Austin.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that leads us to our final lake, Lake McQueeney.
Lake McQueeney. I like Lake McQueeney. I actually just sold my house on Lake McQueeney. But Lake McQueeney is a very social lake. It's got the ski lodge. It's a very popular lake for Houstonians, and it's very social. The beach and everything else about it. But I would say it's probably one of the most social lakes we've got.
Absolutely. It's a miniature Lake LBJ is what I call it. Iconic treasure island, so you can actually drive around the island. For the river style lakes, it's actually got a big wide section that none of the other lakes have, so it feels like a bigger lake because of that. They're starting construction of that dam. Within 2 years, we should have that lake back. Goodbye right now, by the way.
Yes.
But yeah, I actually grew up on that lake, lived in almost every neighborhood on that lake.
Yeah, if you're looking for a deal on real estate right now, McQueeney and Placid are the two lakes in this area on the Guadalupe chain that you can get the best deals. People are kind of paused on buying on those lakes, so you got sellers that want to sell, and prices are very reasonable. Don't wait, because in 2 years, they're going to go up.
So if you think we missed a lake in Texas, reply in the comments below.
Of course, this is our list, and we're a little biased.
We get calls all the time, people asking us, what's the best lake? And we always ask, what are you looking for at a lake? No, just tell me, what's the best lake? And I always respond with, I can find you 10 people on any one of these lakes that'll swear that their lake is the best and you shouldn't consider any other lakes. So what are you looking for in a lake? So if you're in the market for the lake house, call us. We'll find the best lake for you.